What's up, everybody? You are back in here with the Pro Football Pod. You've got Hope, Coach, and Austin in here with you. Hit that subscribe button down below. 500 subscribers, we're giving away a free jersey to one of you lucky viewers. TulsyRoseTea.com is the sponsor. We got a Tennessee Titans season outlook 7-round mock draft for you. This is what the people come for. These were the videos of ours that popped the most for us last year. We love the appreciation. We want to see it again from you guys. Titans fans, hit us up in the comments if we screw this up because we need to know. Guys, draft season's upon us. I've been waiting for these episodes the whole time.
Yeah.
These are my favorite episodes to do because it's nothing but hope and you can't be wrong.
I feel like last year there was a lot of us like drafting similar players for different teams just because the value of where they were and us liking them so much.
Yeah, we had our guys.
Yeah, we definitely did. So by the end of these series, we're definitely gonna have drafted the same player 10 times. But this is where we see them as valuable for any organization, but especially for the Titans. Starting off at pick 1,
Who's
we're
the
on the
best
board.
player? Who's the best player in this draft?
They've talked about it.
Honestly, I don't even think we have to discuss this. Like, I think it's Cam Ward. Like, to me, I haven't looked at what the betting odds are for Cam Ward to go number 1. But if they're anything to where if you've got the money to do it and make any kind of profit on it, like, how do you not slam it? Like, every move the Titans made this offseason tells you they're not bringing in or they're drafting Cam Ward. Like, that's what they're doing. Their offseason additions included Dan Moore Jr. at left tackle, Kevin Zeitler at offensive guard. They're beefing up that O-line for a reason. Xavier Woods at safety, Draymond Jones at defensive end, Cody Barton at linebacker. So they're getting some help from their defense. They lost Kenneth Murray, Tyler Boyd, Jerome Baker at linebacker, Dylan Redunz at offensive tackle, and Quandre Diggs at safety. So, like, for the players they lost, they got solid replacements, in my opinion. And with 8 picks in the draft, which we're about to roll out here, like, I really feel good about, this is a franchise staple draft right here.
You got to ask yourself, how much does Teteroa McMillan help you win football games? How much does Emeka Ibuka or Luther Burden or, one of these running backs, like, how much is that truly going to help you to win football games? And the answer is it doesn't.
If you don't have a quarterback.
If you don't, with Will Levis being back there right now, he was 39th out of 42 quarterbacks last year. That's not very good. And it was his second year. I get that.
Say that one more time.
39th out of 42.
How many starting quarterbacks are in the league?
32.
Okay. That's terrible.
Yeah.
He's 7 places below the final starter in the league.
Exactly.
That's terrible.
Rightfully so.
I think
it's got to be Cam Ward.
If they start
Cam Ward,
if they start off Cam Ward, there's a lot of
they're stupid not to.
Do.
I'm getting a Cam Ward Titans jersey. That'd be hype. Like
Cam Ward Oilers jersey.
Now, at this point, Luther Burden went late in the first. James Pierce went late. Matthew Golden and Emeka Ibuka are both gone. So definitely some dudes gone. Amarian Hampton went to the Bills.
I want to take a look at edge for them. Edge and linebacker right here. Where they lost Harold Landry. He took off, went to New England. I think they need to see about getting some replacement for that. You've got Landon Jackson here. Demetrius Knight, Princely.
My mock might be cooked. Do you guys still have Shedeur Sanders available in the second round?
No, he went 34.
Yikes. That's crazy. What's going on?
I mean, Shedeur's not expected to go very high. Giants being able to snag him in the second round would be so ideal for them because at that point they got Abdul Carter in the first, and then they get their quarterback in the second round. I mean, that's literally what they want. Another like Georgia player going to the Eagles teams. Too. I mean, who expected that to happen?
That's what we had.
That's what we drafted, yeah.
That's what we did in our last mock draft. Go back and check that out for us. So, I don't know. This might just be personal preference. Big fan of Landon Jackson.
Oh, okay. I was thinking Nick Scorton.
Landon
Nick
Jackson.
Scorton is gone. He went to the.
All right. Well, he's available.
I like the interior of their D line. I think they're okay there. Now, with their scheme running a 3-4, their edge needs to be more of a pure edge. Landon Jackson to me gives me more of defensive end pass rusher edge vibes.
100%. He's just a taller Nick Bosa.
He's a big boy, but to me in this scheme, it's versatility.
I mean, that's what he is. Over the tackle, a little bit of B gap, a little bit off the ball.
Outside the tackle,
Definitely a lot of outside the tackle, though.
He can put his hand in the dirt. He can line up on 2 feet and rush there. I mean, they brought in Draymond Jones, and it's not like he's a small guy, 6'3", 281. Like Landon Jackson's just.
Did
an
you say
animal.
Princely? Wait, but if I would personally, I would take Princely.
I like Princely.
Personally, I would take Princely over Landon.
I like Princely a lot.
Princely's
I think
not as much
is
as
more
versatility.
of that.
Yeah,
I think
I think he's more of that straight up just outside edge pass rusher.
The type of players that the Titans have drafted over the years, this is the kind of player that I could see playing for them. He just fits their system, I feel like.
And then
now they do still have Sebastian Joseph Day. I guess he's more of an interior, but he played outside for them.
What's wide receiver look like for him?
Wide receiver at this point is going to be Alec Manor, who I'm pretty high on. I like this guy a lot. He's got the perfect size.
Jaden Higgins would be.
That one's nasty.
Intriguing.
Or Xavier.
Yeah, he's
pair
up
Xavier with Ward.
That'd be
sick.
I'm a little bit more high on.
Scroll down a little bit on the. So what's our next pick?
We're picking at 103.
So we've got a
Trey.
Isaiah Bond may be there.
Corey Holton.
There's some
maybe Tez Johnson.
Tez Johnson, the slowest 184 pounder.
We'll come back.
NFL history.
So I'm good right here. I'm good with either Princely or Landon Jackson. I'll let you two decide between the two.
I would go Princely.
Just because of the Titans.
More of that pure edge, which is more of a need for him.
Exactly. I mean, Joseph Day, 310, 6'4", that's not going to be their starter. They really don't have one. I think Princely plugs in day one.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up. Where are we at?
Right now,
let it go a little further. We're gonna make a trade up here because we've got a lot of picks lumped in together. Let's see. I want to look for the Vikings because the Vikings have next to no picks. All right, stop, because we're getting close to our next pick anyways. What wide receivers are on the board right now? It won't show us the board. That's not cool. I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah. Let's just see what's there.
Savion Williams just went.
Jalen Royals went. Jalen Milroe to the Steelers in the third round.
Taylor just went.
Okay.
Cam Scatabo, Elijah Roya just went. Trayvon Henderson.
Great draft by the Giants in this.
Xavier Restrepo is off the board. And then the next one was Savion Williams.
And Trey Harris is gone.
Do you guys think that's an actual possibility?
All right, let it ride. I don't think there's anybody worth trading up. We should have snatched that sooner.
Do you think that's a possibility of pairing up Cam Ward with Xavier? Because it kind of fell that way. They'd be reaching a little bit on Xavier, but
if they get Cam, I wouldn't be shocked to see him like hounding the GM to take Xavier in the second or the third round.
Yeah, I mean that's his dude. You know he's gonna feast over there. So Van Jefferson would be the big man. And he's a slot. So Burks would be the big man.
Go. All right.
So still available at wide receiver. Isaiah Bond is still there.
Ooh, we still got Isaiah Bond here.
It's getting thin.
If we're going to take a wide receiver, I think it's Isaiah Bond.
Yeah,
just
100%,
with who's on the board 100%. Right now.
But looking at the whole board,
this is a good time to get him. Devin Neal.
Harold Fannin Jr. would be somewhat enticing, but I feel
mean,
like him and Nwankwo are kind of too similar in play styles.
Agreed.
Very.
Jared Wilson for Cushenberry. I know Cushenberry's still young, 3rd round selection.
You always
in
got to look
2020.
ahead to the future.
Halfback
you
is
always
really
gotta
not a
look
need
ahead
for
to the
them
future.
at all. Like, not even just for depth.
I mean, Jared Wilson, absolute stud out of Georgia, though. This would be a center. I mean, with them building out their offensive line,
Oh,
you know,
you're drafting him to be your center of the future
Cushenberry,
for sure.
Cushenberry is their, weakest on the line. So I would like that.
my
vote's Isaiah Bond.
Yeah,
Just
that's
because
mine.
of the playmaker that he can potentially be for you, and
to get him in the beginning of the 4th.
And you got to get a young player to pair up with Cam, like rook on rook action.
Cam loves the deep ball.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Who better than Bond to bond that connection?
All right, we're back on the board right here.
Yep.
Like, I don't want to keep picking off the top of the board, but I almost am leaning towards Isaiah's teammate and Gunnar Helm right here.
No, we don't have to waste a pick on Gunnar Helm.
To me, that's not a wasted pick. Like, how many more years are you going to try to trot out a Nwankwo out there? I love the guy, but I mean, any fantasy player will tell you you're lucky to get 7 points out of the guy. Like, he's
pull
just
up the
not a
tight ends
target.
then, because you're definitely edging for some tight ends action right now.
Mitchell Evans still being there.
I do think they need
Mitchell
a tight
Evans.
end. Mitchell Evans, Ben Yurcek,
and
Brenningstool.
Mitchell Evans may be there on the next pick.
I just always like the idea of pairing up teammates if possible. Like, I think bringing in Isaiah and Gunnar at the same time would be kind of dope. Let me take a look here.
I want to look at corner and safety as well.
Corner. I literally was. You took that out of my mouth right there. Mello Dotson.
Wow.
I like Mello Dotson. I like Billy Bowman Jr. If we get down towards that range, which I'm not opposed to taking multiple corners here for him.
Quincy
I think
Riley.
they can use it. Yeah, Quincy Riley. I like his game. Elijah Huzzle.
The last one I want to look at is linebacker, really specifically kind of like an interior linebacker.
Ooh, a Jack Kaiser.
Yeah. I kind of like this. I like this pick a lot.
I do too.
A little bit of versatility, but also kind of like
with them getting rid of Kenneth Murray Jr., Cody Barton's gonna need some help. It's just, let's see, Zach Kaiser's there. He still might be there for us at our next pick.
At 140. I don't know if they're gonna.
No, go ahead and pull the trigger on him because I still like.
Yeah,
what we have.
I like that pick.
I think we can get.
I think we can get another pairing of teammates in Notre Dame tight end.
Ooh, okay.
Mitchell Evans right there for us, boys.
Mitchell Evans is there right now.
Come on now.
What's there at corner, though? We need to look at corner because I feel like that is more of a need.
Let's get Quinnen Ewers
corner
as a backup.
And safety.
I like Billy Bowman there at safety, but they brought in Xavier Woods. They still have Amani Hooker, but most teams do run 3 safeties deep. Quincy Riley, I like him. Denzel Burke, we can get him later in the round. Is that
Burke's brother?
Yeah, we'll probably be able to get Denzel. I mean, he may be there in the next pick.
O'Donnell Fortune. Okay. All right. I think it might be hard to pass on Mitchell Evans.
Yeah, we got to pull the trigger on it.
I was pretty high on Evans. He was kind of like my guy.
He's a solid overall, like well-rounded tight end.
He gives me a little bit of tight end
Kittle.
No. I see more of Vikings tight end.
Okay, yeah, that's really similar to Kittle.
Hawkinson.
I like that.
A little bit of a big body on him. Not extremely athletic like a Kittle is, but definitely
he's good in the run game.
Yes,
grippy hands.
Yeah,
very grippy hands.
Go ahead and do it.
All right.
I like to call him Frog Boy.
So needs, I think, at this point are safety and corner. Those are some things that we definitely need to get some depth for. Like you said earlier, I wouldn't be against getting him a couple corners. Denzel Burke is still there.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
where I was thinking. Let me see where they've got him listed at. They've got him at 176. We got to pick at 178. Oh, that's gonna be tough. Uh, Jalen Smith down there. I like I like Burke more than I like O'Donnell Fortune. It's just for me, Burke's one of those guys to where he was really highly touted and you expected him to come out and be like a first round corner. And as you can see on the screen there, like he's just had an off season compared to what he had last year.
Yep.
And so that's one of those things to where he gave you a full season, but it left a lot to be desired for me.
Every pick he gets, except for his rookie year, he takes to the house.
Show the people Fortune just for the sake of comparison.
I mean, Fortune's run grade is bad, but honestly, his coverage, man, and zone are pretty elite. This is also his best season this past year. 3 interceptions for a single touchdown. Lot of snaps at corner as well. Like a lot of snaps at corner. Played well versus Alabama. Had a good game versus Clemson. I like Fortune. I mean, I know that it's a little bit of a smaller school compared to the Ohio State, but his grades are better in every single category except for run defense. And if we're being real, with the size that he's coming in at, I mean, he's definitely looking like an outside, but he could potentially play like that robber role, that kind of like nickel corner, especially with Snead and Baker Jr. being there right now. They're both close.
Yeah, it's close. This is one of those to where it's just pick your preference. For me, my preference is Denzel Burke, just because I feel like the projections on him are better. Going forward,
I think it's always safer to go with the bigger school too if you got to toss up.
2 out of 3. Now, see, I'm not. I will always give my small school guys some love if I feel like they're warranted. Like Quinyon Mitchell, I was all over that train last year.
Yeah,
That's
seriously.
a different. That's a different.
That was a
type
first
of
round guy
situation.
as well.
Yeah,
still,
come
but
on.
That's
now.
what I'm saying though. Is like the small school to me. It's not really the school that I'm looking at. It's just more the player. And for me, Denzel Burke's been a guy that you've just been kind of waiting on to hit the league.
The schools has to have an aspect to it. I mean, that's why these players go to different, like the school that they go to. Like, it's a big reason.
But you're not drafting the school.
O'Donnell went one pick before us. That's hilarious.
It's the program they're going into. You know that they're getting drafted, like NFL ready.
So Jalen Smith is there for USC. If we don't go corner right now, we're looking at there is Logan Brown.
So did we take?
I like some Logan Brown.
We took Denzel.
We took Denzel.
My favorite late
I
tackle.
like Logan Brown a lot, and to me, you can never have too many offensive linemen, especially with the way injuries pop up in this league.
Latham was a first-round pick for them last year, but we're talking about 6th round, like taking a high upside player, really great scores across the board. I mean, and he's a straight-up right tackle. So, like, if Latham still isn't really getting it done, he's going to be able to step in for him right away, or if an injury happens, God forbid.
Yeah, no, I like that. It gives you some swing ability. Like
happens so often. They get rolled up on so often. It's insane.
Emory Jones Jr. is one that's really intriguing to me.
Yes,
the grades and the play leave a lot to be desired, but for a 6th round pick, the projections on what this guy could be, if he puts it together, and with the Callahans and how much they focus on the offensive line, that to me would be enticing. But with 2 picks left, not a guarantee he's going to be there for us on the next go round. It's too rich for my blood for right now. Yeah, I'm good with taking Logan Brown.
Yeah, I mean,
Logan Brown's a nice safe pick.
Yeah, exactly. And then
Emory Jones was still here. Look at us.
Yep.
We can just get one on each side.
Now, call me crazy, but would it be nuts? Scroll up a little bit.
Taj Brooks.
Would it be nuts to take a quarterback with our
like
final
Tyler
pick
Shaw.
here?
I really
With-
like
I
Tyler
like
Shaw.
Tyler Shaw or Curtis O'Rourke.
Yep, Curtis is nice too.
I like either one of them.
But
just to get another young guy in the building, like he's not going to challenge Cam Ward in any means. If anything, you're having somebody push Will Levis for the backup spot. Now, it could be a wasted pick here, and Titans fans could jump into the comments and be like, what are you
I'd rather
doing?
build a little more depth here. Like this team needs it.
Jalen Smith is still there.
Go to. That's not bad.
I was
Can you
going
get a
to him
receiver
or
real quick?
Jason Marshall.
Check
Jason
receiver out
Marshall
and then
Jr.
run him
from
back.
Florida. 6'1", 201. He's just a big body, thick boy corner.
So for running back, I know they have Pollard, but then they also have
Tajay Spears.
Tajay Spears. So I really don't think that running back is something they need to look
I feel
at.
like they need one more guy.
I mean, they've
Now,
got a
Pollard,
good
I
young.
think Pollard's
Especially
only
with
got
how
like
deep
1 or
this-
2 years
this
left on
class
his
is.
deal with them. I want to say he only signed like a 2 or 3 year deal.
Yeah,
Wide
agreed.
receiver, it's you can't go wrong with looking at another wide receiver.
I really want to get another receiver for this guy. Ooh. Ricky White.
We're right here at the end, fellas. Let's put a stamp on it. I really like the draft that we've put together for
I
him so
know.
far.
I honestly like taking Jalen Smith, getting a little bit more help in the corner.
Yeah.
Go to
in
the
the
picks real
secondary.
quick. Yeah, we
Do
didn't
it.
get a cornerback there.
We got one. We got
We got
Denzel Burke.
Denzel Burke.
In
They
the
need
front.
some help back there.
Gives us some insurance if Denzel Burke continues to just not develop the way he should be.
Yep.
I love the draft that we put together for the Titans.
That's solid.
Let's
Let's
see.
see what our grade is.
What
First
does
A?
PFF give us?
Princely,
Do we go
come
1 for 1 on an
Jalen.
B
A? A
minus.
B minus. Go
You
up,
held us
scroll up.
down
Who
with
did they say
Jalen.
that we should have taken instead? Instead
Uh,
of Princely, we should have taken his teammate Walter Nolan. I thought about Walter, but I like the
What?
interior of their D line right
Agreed.
now.
Tavondre Sweat was phenomenal last year.
Now, I
as
do
a
know
rookie.
Simmons may or may not be trying to push his way towards Vrabel in New England at some
Okay.
point.
Yeah.
So I could understand that move for insurance for him down the road. But
And he's
yeah,
getting a bit
okay, if
older.
that's your one knock against us in the second round, I feel like we knocked the rest of them out of the park. Bond, Kaiser, Mitchell Evans, that
Yeah.
run right there, like those are just guys that can be playmakers for you.
And if we're being honest, us taking Cam Ward at the first pick is why they're not giving us an A. We know how much PFF doesn't want these quarterbacks to go
Yeah,
in the
because
first
he's
round.
number 21 on their board, and we took him number 1 overall. So he's going 20 picks higher than what they have him slotted. But Titans fans, you're still here with us. We love you. We appreciate you. Down in the comments, tell us where we went wrong. Tell us where we went right. 500 subscribers, we're giving away a free jersey, so smash that button down there. TulsiRoseTea.com is the sponsor. Stay tuned for the rest of the videos we got coming at y'all. Peace out.
Throw some teas on that bit.